What if I told you that putting away just $200 a month, starting right now, could completely change what your retirement looks like? No inheritance, no lucky stock pick, no crypto gamble, just $200 a month starting at 25. I'm going to walk you through the actual math on this, because most people who see the final number for the first time genuinely don't believe it. Here's the scenario. You're 25 years old. Starting this month, you put $200 into a low-cost index fund, the kind that simply tracks the overall stock market. Nothing exotic, nothing complicated. Just a straightforward, boring investment that millions of people already use. And you do it every single month without fail. Historically, the stock market has returned around 7% a year, and that figure already accounts for inflation. It's not guaranteed, but it's the number that decades of data consistently points to, and it's what most long-term financial planning is built around. You don't increase the amount over time. No windfalls, no bonuses added in. Just flat $200 every month for 40 years until you hit 65. So, what do you think the total actually comes out to? By age 65, that $200 a month becomes $524,963, over $500,000 from $200 a month. That number isn't a projection from some optimistic financial advisor. That's straight compound math, the same formula your bank uses, just working in your favor for once. But here's the part that actually stops people. Over those 40 years, you personally only ever deposited $96,000. That's it. $200 times 12 months times 40 years. $96,000 out of your pocket total, which means the other $429,000, the larger portion by far, you never actually earned in the traditional sense. You didn't work for it. You didn't save it dollar by dollar. Your money earned it. And then the money your money earned more. That's compound growth. And once it gets going, it stops feeling like math and starts feeling like something else entirely. The snowball analogy exists for a reason. At the start, it's small. $200 going in, a few dollars of growth coming out. Nothing that feels significant, but the ball keeps rolling. And as it gets bigger, it picks up more snow faster. Not because you're pushing harder, but simply because there's more surface area to collect with. Compound interest works exactly the same way. The longer it rolls, the less effort it needs from you. Now here's where this gets a little uncomfortable. Because what if you waited? What if life got in the way? And instead of starting at 25, you started the exact same investment at 35. Same $200 a month, same index fund, same 7% return. The only thing that changes is the start date. You don't end up with $400,000. You don't end up with $350,000. You end up with $243,000, less than half, from waiting 10 years. The same monthly commitment, the same rate of return. 10 years is the only variable, and it costs you $280,000, and that's why. I'll start once I'm making more money might be the most expensive sentence in personal finance. Because the one thing compound growth cannot recover from isn't a bad month or a market dip or even a gap year. It's time. Once those early years are gone, no amount of catching up gives them back. $200 a month is 2 nights out. It's 3 or 4 subscriptions you probably forgot you have. It's one less impulse buy a week. It doesn't feel like the kind of number that changes your life. But compounded over 40 years, that's exactly what it does. The gap between retiring comfortably and barely retiring at all often isn't income. It's just when you started. If you've already started investing, drop your age in the comments. I want to see how many of you are ahead of the curve. And the next video covers exactly which index funds beginners actually use to do this. The specific ones, what to look for and what to avoid. Subscribe so you don't miss it. I'll see you there.